Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, or perhaps welcome back. I hope you're doing well. My name is Keeper, and today we are checking out the demo for Prescription Madness, whereas you play as like a snarky sentient tentacle who can possess doctors and humans and creatures and stuff within the hospital. It's a visual novel, which is allegedly very story rich, and horror. There's horror involved, but I'm sure it's gonna be great. With a name like Prescription Madness, I'm sure it's gonna be fine. If you want to check out this game though, I will have the Steam store link down below. There is no release date besides Q1, so that could be very, very soon. And if you like content like this, do make sure you subscribe, because we're always checking out demos and doing full game playthroughs and a little bit of magic in between. Without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty, here we go. The music is a vibe for sure. I'm concerned. What is that? Next, Appendage 3 of the Underworld Sector 25. Yes, his name's Tenty. That is technically me. Your powers of observation are positively staggering. Although, frankly, being identified as Appendage 3 isn't exactly the crowning glory of my career. Do come in. Well, this is utterly bizarre. Excuse me? The interviewer looks behind Tenty, feasting his eyes on his most majestic glory. Your Highness, I do not believe the employment legislature covers provisions for employment of body parts for senior positions. Excuse me? Your job description particularly states requirements of having experience in extra netherworldly affairs. It's just so he is snarky. Which I have plenty of, having tied the two nations of Grave March and in Eternus in 2020. Sufficient managerial experience, which is also covered as I commanded the Horde Unit 919 in its triumphant invasion of the Bermuda Triangle. At first, when it said interviewer, I thought it was like for like a journalist. Only a scattering of the unit returned, which is, I suppose, a blessing. Most were so ghastly they won't be missed by anyone except perhaps their mothers, and even that's doubtful. Yes, I do see that your CV does meet the requirements. However, from a purely logical standpoint, I'm not sure we can accommodate this. Sire, please say something. Oh, no, don't mind me. Pretend I'm not even here, though how could you with all this tentacled magnificence in the room? Tenty may be attached to me. What the heck? But they've got a mind of their own. Wriggling off to an interview like a stallion. What the heck? It's Cthulhu. As for me, I'm saying nothing. Zip, nada. You gotta hire him, interviewer. The great Cthulhu. Silent. Ah, that alone should earn me a parade and even more front page headlines. It's such personality. I understand, Your Highness. So, Tenty, please enlighten me. How would you be physically present to chair the National Netherworld Commission talks? Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, while the king must be present at the Netherworld Council forums almost daily at precisely the same time. He's right. I haven't the faintest clue how that would work. I'm sure we can work a piece of bureaucracy to cover the fact that in this underworld, time and space are about as dependable as getting a refund from the inland revenue. I see. 3 weeks later, a monthly public gathering is about to take place in the Netherworld. As preparations are underway, Tenty laments on their daily routine. Sacrificial ritual sleep. Sacrificial ritual sleep. Eternity. When will it end? Finally, it's here. As Tenty opens the envelope, a few papers emerge as the wax seal breaks. We regret to inform you that the VP of Netherworldly Affairs position has been awarded to another individual whom we feel possesses the necessary skills. We do hope that we have your permission to retain your details for further positions. Splendid. Passed over yet again. I suppose they wanted someone with less competence and more drool on their chin, or that wasn't attached to somebody. A cultist drifts past, clutching a candle that somehow burns underwater. Oh, look, this one is unfamiliar. Oh my god. Ooh. Probably one of the new hires with a fully independent body of its own. Here we go. Cthulhu rises from the gloom, cape flowing dramatically in currents that shouldn't exist. His hair is styled to impossible trident-like spikes. Citizens of the deep. Another glorious day, another prophecy fulfilled. He's in one of his dramatic moods. We welcome today's sacrifices. Your screams nourish the void. Your fears sustains our legacy. Ah, the classic motivational speech. How is the public not utterly numbed of this facade? One more of my ideas that led the bait into the shark's mouth. And of course, the credit goes to His Highness. Eerie laughter cuts through the water. Princess Layla drifts, pearls floating like glowing halos around her. Oh my god, she's so cute. Love her crown. Uncle Kazuli! Oh no. Layla, dear, always a delight. The hair, the raw power, you look absolutely delicious. She looks like she's up to no good. Someone put her back in her clamshell. Can I eat one of the sacrifices? Later, dear, Uncle is working. But there are so many. And ooh, quite the idea you had, attracting a boat full of humans with the siren hums into our grasps. How unpleasant for them. I know, dear, your uncle is a true visionary. However, now is not the time for snacks, and we need enough to go around. You're boring. And you, me? You're funny. Thanks. Keep it up. Enough games, Layla. You're scaring the donors, and I need to finish my speech. I'm not scaring them. I'm entertaining them. She goes off frolicking into the deep, about to do who knows what. Citizens, despair is trending. Horror is forever. And we are eternal. We once again celebrate our upcoming domination over mankind. A treat for you all. The many eldritch horrors raise their arms in gratitude, chanting, Hail Cthulhu, repeatedly. Yes, hail our Lord and Savior, whose wisdom shines like a candle in a storm, small, flickering, and likely to burn out at any moment. For void's sake, someone unleash a plague of locusts, anything to end this farce. 6 months later. A rotund-shaped calamari, all wreathing limbs and eldritch gravitas, hovered in the gloom. He is monologuing to himself. What do you mean this makes my beard look messy? Dreadlocks just aren't your thing. Wouldn't you rather know that now rather than after posting your selfie on Finstagram? I'm saving you from yourself, big guy. Excuse me? I find your lack of tact distasteful. Who do you think you're messing with? I am the all-fearful, all-knowing Big Squish, the OGC influencer, his most moisty majesty. Know your place. I shall not stand for this insolence. I built this house. I created this kingdom. The terror that keeps insignificant children wetting their beds at night. That's me. Some appreciation for my original sarcastic nickname. Inventions would go a long way, Squidward Prime. I know why you're doing this. You do not need 8 tentacles. Ridiculous. Your delusional dreams of life without me make no sense. You'd barely be able to crawl. And what will others say seeing you squiggling around all alone? I don't measure my worth by other people's opinions. I leave that sort of desperate groveling to you. Ha! You say that because you've been living under my reputation. You have no idea how hard I worked to get here. Even your sentience signifies my power. Let's cut the drama. What do I have to do for you to chop me off? Literally. It's not happening. Moose? What? Hair mousse from the overworld? Go on. Remember the dinner from 2 weeks ago? The jet ski couple? The blonde and the male with exquisite cheek meat? Look at his face! Yeah, those two. While you're enjoying yourself, I found a can of hair mousse in their backpack. Read all about it. The label says 99% reported sleek, smooth hair after use. Check your storage. It should be there. A pause. Some ripples. The sound of ancient wet rummaging. Oh, of course it's empty, but the label speaks the truth. The blonde human had the most exemplary hairstyle, even submerged. Exactly. Remove me from your body. I will retrieve the cobweb remedy. Why, it's just getting more and more it's haggard. And you know where to find more of this marvel? And now it's back to normal. Absolutely. It says right here on the can, manufactured in USA. A long, uncomfortable silence. What is USA? You don't know USA? USA, huh? Probably a cult. Everything's a cult. Unbelievable. This so-called all-knowing Lord of Nightmares doesn't know USA. Should I? Should you? Everyone knows USA. It's iconic. What is it? Oh, you know, a kingdom, a sprawling empire full of stuff. Stuff? Important stuff, like hair mousse. Look at the blush. I feel as though you're mocking me. Denial. Definitely not, sir. I don't mean it that way. You are, after all, a godly and most reputable abyssal figure. Cut me loose and I'll bring you back this miracle human technology. You'll have the sleekest locks in all existence. Silence. The trench trembles as if weighing the deal itself. You leave me no choice. Very well, you are free. Wait, just like that? Yes, I can control many things, maybe even some of your actions, but not your free will. You're loose for now. But if you fail, you'll be an hors d'oeuvres before dessert. Note it. Tenti, unlatched for the first time ever, disconnect it from the enormous shadow of Cthulhu. I'll find your moose. Enjoy your motivational speeches while I'm gone. Perhaps I will. Good luck, tentacle number 3. Don't call me that. Oh. What the hell is a USA? Out at sea, a seafarer looks anxious as he navigates on a small dinghy. He might be looking for something or someone. I might as well throw in the towel. Any clue to what happened to her is gone. Tenti squishes and splooches at the surface. Splotches at the surface. What in the void? Your net almost hooked my sucker. I must really be hallucinating now. Hearing voices from an octopus? Excuse me, I'm a tentacle, fully independent from any big-headed octopus. Thank you very much. The seafarer exclaims, as though he's seen something like Tenti before, except that he can't believe his eyes. You're one of them. Hey, watch out with that net. Get off me. You took my mother. You're delusional. It's a good thing that every nether spawn has been surviving human attacks by infiltrating their brain. Anything with a relatively low IQ is ours to control. Possessed seafarer. That's better. Not so tough now, are you? A nice ride, too, with an interesting brain. I love the eyes. Search memories. Son, how exactly do you expect to catch the catfish if you don't eat your spinach and grow strong? Mama can lift 2 times her body weight, and that's how she catches all the biggest, fattiest fish to keep you fed. Look at these abs. Look at these muscles. Mama, I saw spinach at the bottom of the ocean. If all the fish eat it, does that mean that they're super strong too? Little pickle, that's seaweed. I suppose you could call it sea spinach. And yes, some fish, like catfish, sure put up a fight. But Mama, why do we have to eat the fishies? They did nothing wrong. That's just how nature works, Pickle, but you need to grow strong. Stand still too long and the tide will sweep you under. Ah, human land, a lovely fragrance of gasoline fumes, and putrid chemical mist. Well, thanks for the relatively smooth ride. I'm off to cause chaos. Tenti unlatches from the host brain, leaving the seafarer particularly confused and disheveled. What? How did I get here? Just a few steps ahead, Tenti notices commotion nearby. This is marvelous. A colossal vessel with humans stuffed inside, collapsing in flames. A highly efficient way of ridding the world of such parasites. Yes, a work of art. However, the death rate is far too modest. 200 souls an hour. I must amplify it, magnify it, make it 10,000-fold. A fire brigade actively removes the flames while the paramedics rescue the wounded, extracting multiple people from the burning building. Clusters of people fleeing from the building like a beehive thwacked by a stick. What in the blazes is happening? Humans wearing white and blue saving other humans? How dare they meddle with their rightful extinction? If some leech left their cigarette aflame out of sheer idiocracy, then let fate take its course. No, this must be how they keep resisting their demise. They have mechanisms that block their natural decline. If I find a way to collapse this healing engine, humanity will naturally dwindle without me having to do all the dirty work. The ambulance closes its doors and begins to drive away. Oh no, the mechanism flees! You there, Canis lupus familiaris. I have a treat for you. It's a puppy! He's a puppy! Possessed dog. There we are. We must catch up with the white chariot of doom, whatever the cost. Oh, this mud is utterly horrendous. No, precious angel baby. Panting. I see there's a colony of them and a mother hive, a shrine of mending meat. Horrific. Street dog walks into the emergency room. A wild panic is taking place, almost like a pandemonium. What manner of chaos is this? Nurses darting around like lightning? Machines and monitors beeping as if arguing with each other? The waiting area is overflowing and everyone seems annoyed. Someone screams from the other side of the room. Get this dog out of here, Melina! This is an extreme breach of hygiene protocols. I stick out like a sore thumb. Unlatch from the dog's brain. Tenti disembarks from a canine host, leaving it confused and startled. Poor puppy. Now that's better. The dog, fully startled, makes a run for the exit, distracting everyone. You can't be serious, Ash. Really? Parading a filthy mutt in the emergency ward? While we're almost at pandemic status with a novel virus? I gather your subpar university neglected to impress upon you the finer points of sterilization and disinfection around patients. Why are they both so attractive? Sorry, sir. The dog entered just a second ago and we tried to remove it. And what exactly is this worm that crawled out of it? Worm? You'd better excuse your insolent words. That's it. Time for a new vessel. I feel like Dr. Bryce is gonna get... Well, no, but like... I think Ash is a nurse, and nurses are like the heart of hospitals. But I think the purple eyes will look way cooler in Dr. Bryce. We're going for Dr. Bryce. Oh my god, wait, he's a much more cursed than I thought he was gonna be. Why, I absolutely stand corrected. This is beyond a doubt one of our new candidates for medical placement at this hospital. You shall refer to them as the Emperor of Nether Torment. Or Tenty for short. They also happen to be the chairman of the board's nephew. What? Now you monstrosities better get a lab coat this instant. Allow them full access to our patients' resources and records. And don't even think about letting me hear any complaints about this. Yes, sir. On it now. Okay. Ugh, you mangy children get on my bloody nerves so much that my migraines are acting up again. That incompetent Dr. Langstone better have the new shipment of high-tier aspirin. Dr. Bryce walks out, clearly irritated at having his time wasted. Hi, Tenty. It's great to meet you. I've been almost begging for another pair of hands. The hospital has been incredibly busy lately. Yeah, welcome to St. Pat's Hospital. I'm Ash, and this is Melina. We're studying at university and need to finish a work placement term at hospital before we get pushed to the next year. A naive pair of inviting younglings. How utterly adorable of the human race to host such neural fragile specimens. So do tell me, is it you two that do the saving around here? Everyone with scrubs, the clothes we're wearing right now, and anyone with a lab coat or nurse's uniform works here, and we do all the saving. And this saving requires deep anatomic knowledge of the human body, yes. Yes, that's why we're here, to learn. Fascinating. I, too, then, will join your team. It won't be easy, especially right now. There's a huge influx of patients because of a new virus. Virus? Interesting. The more I understand your methods, the more I can help with the saving and infiltrate the very core that intrudes with humanity's natural decline. Yes, of course, you hold a very important position here, as Dr. Bryce confirmed. Dr. Bryce is the head doctor, by the way, and he reports to Dr. Remington, the chief medical director. You can come with me, Tenty. I'm just about to administer some medicine to my favorite patient. You can watch. Delightful. Well, Tenty gets on board it with hospital procedures in one particularly bureaucratic spelled wrong, I think. Is it? Maybe it's just because the E's weird. Bureaucratic looking office in the building. A rather domineering doctor is talking to someone over the phone, possibly even scheming. Yes, this is Dr. Remington. I found the cause of the virus. It was about as clear as the inside of a pig's nostril, but I figured it out. Shh. Is anyone around you? You can't say a word about this. The competition will take our intel and beat us to market. This is life-changing, Doc. I'm already feeling better. Stay right there. Don't move. I'm coming downstairs now. Meanwhile, Tenty and two young individuals are deep in conversation. Excuse me. Let me just repeat that back to you. You wake up 3 hours before your natural sleep cycle ends to spend almost 14 hours a day saving other humans for almost no additional gain to your livelihood? It's a contribution to our university credits. We need enough of them to graduate. And we do get some compensation so that you can do it all over again on repeatable and practically infinite loop till you either retire or die. Yes, but we'll get paid well for it eventually, and we save people's lives. This compensation you speak of, does it hold any purpose? Of course, I've been saving up for a new Vespa. You mean the vehicle with which you and other humans transport yourself to the never-ending death loop in question? Yes, well, it can be used to get us to work and other places too, when there is time, of course. These walking meat bags are even more ridiculously ignorant than I originally thought. Nothing they do makes sense. There's no real element of hedonism, wisdom, or logic to their actions. It is an obvious fate that they must perish and die. But I suppose they too live in a repeatable hellhole that is governed by others with powers which are beyond the control of the majority. I guess I know what that feels like, a black hole of torment that leaves you coasting as a shell of what was once something filled with hope and happiness. Yes, thank you for the information. It's most intriguing. Guys, I can see we need a break. Let's go for some ramen. But I was just about to show Tenty the ventilator procedure, and I have another patient that's been admitted with virus symptoms. Are you trying to make me angry? No, not at all. You can have a look at the patient later. Come on. The last time you skipped lunch, you ended up eating half the vending machine. Let's go. My car's parked close by. It will be a quick one. A bustling little spot just 3 blocks from the hospital, breathing out vapors of MSG and artificial flavoring, crowded with office workers slurping away their frustrations as they stare at the reflections of their under-eye bags in the colorful broth. This clam shell is where humans feed. The stench alone could strip off a sunken ship. Burnt meat carcasses floating around in salty soups, masquerading as cuisine. Ooh, pork belly ramen, beef short rib, and calamari are on special today. Calamari? Did you know that calamari have W-shaped pupils that let them see clearly in both bright surface light and the deep ocean's dimness? Go on, ask me anything. Ask me about any living being. I know all the facts. Do humans generally enjoy feasting on burnt cadavers? I suppose some of the Maori? Why is my brain breaking on this one? Maori? What? It's like I couldn't say the word. I couldn't understand the word koala the other day. Maori tribes might have a subset delicacy that revolves around burnt flesh. Yes, your orders? I'll have the short rib. I can't decide. Calamari contains the lower fat percentage than pork belly, but pork belly is more satisfactory to my taste buds. I suggest steering clear from the calamari. At least pork has the decency of being palatable before it clogs your arteries. And for you, sir? Pork belly, please. I'll have the seaweed salad. Staying healthy? That's admirable. Ever since I started working at St. Patrick's, I've only been eating junk food. I appreciate your recognition of my dead subspecies. I mean, of this incredibly desirable food as junk. As the sun sags behind the rooftops, Tenty, Ash, and Melina uneagerly head back to work, attending to patients and beeping machines. 12-hour shift and 4th coffee today. I might collapse any minute. It's interesting how this human sacrifices his own well-being for others. Is this selfishness? Surely there must be something I'm missing. Okay, I've taken care of that last patient, but it's time to head home now. Otherwise, I won't get any sleep before tomorrow's shift. Home? Is that where you take rest? Yes, rest. It is needed. I've got nowhere to go. Perhaps I'll use one of their minds as a vessel for rest till the next shift. Let's go with Ash. Yeah, time to go home. I need to take some melatonin to sleep. Remember to check out, Ash. You won't get work credits otherwise. I know. A detached house further out of the city. Echoes of scents of cooked delicacies lingers in the kitchen. A spiral staircase with expensive gold-etched portraits of ancient family members hang on the wallpapered wall. Wasn't expecting this for the house. Rummages through layers of synaptic plasticity, chaotic, insecure, heaps of abandonment issues, a sadness, someone he misses. A creature with such low IQ when compared to my species. Yet the need for acceptance, purpose, and validation is quite profound. However, this is not my bother. Nightfall comes as the reverberations of the busy day subside and the whispers of cicadas emerge. Tenty deliberates the learnings from the hospital. Humans show empathy, selflessness. And what about the virus spreading? Who's really behind it? Can it be used to hasten humanity's decline? Cthulhu will need to hear about this. It's so ridiculous. Like, what? Also, like, you need to get the hair mousse. Okay. Maori. Got it, right? My poor brain. Like I said, I couldn't say koala the other day. I looked at it. I'm like, I don't know how to pronounce this word. I know this word. I know it's an animal. Forgotten. Anyway, if you want to check out Prescription Madness yourself, I will have that Steam store linked down below for you. The demo is currently available, obviously, as I'm recording this. It might still be available when you want to get into it. And I believe it does have a Q1 of 2026 projected release dates. So if you wishlist it, they will let you know when it comes out. If you like content like this, do make sure you subscribe because we've always got something fun coming your way. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!